2014 Kia Sportage, customer complaint, no handbrake. Allegedly, it had new brakes 5 to 6 months ago. As we can see, the disc does look relatively new. Pads don't look massively old, although they do look quite bad. We didn't clean much by the looks of it, because that isn't 5 months worth. That wasn't cleaned up much at all. But no handbrake, so you've got to take all the brakes apart, including your fiddly little bolt that's inside the mount here. You've got to take all that apart to take the disc off. Now, it had brakes some time ago, obviously, and the handbrakes never worked apparently since, or before, to be honest with you. I'm going to say there's getting your money's worth out of a set of pads, and then there's having no material left on them. I mean, that is gone, and I suspect it fell off when somebody did the brakes. Here are the brand new ones, APEC. See how much there is left on those and how unrusty all that is, and that's obviously what was in it. So we have new springs, pins as well. So let's get this cleaned up. Obviously there is only so much you can do trying to clean all this up. Can't really grease it or put anything in there as such. I mean, you can grease components in there, but you don't want too much because it may end up all over the place. And nobody wants grease all over their brake shoes. I mean, granted, greasy brake shoes would probably work better than those did, but still. Get this washed off. So, first thing we're going to have to do, now we've got this out, this is the actual lever. That should move freely, because otherwise the spring won't pull it back. So we can get that in the vise and try and clean that up and make it work a bit better. Basically all we're going to do I don't think this one's actually that bad now I've got it out, because you have to bend it to get it out, but I do feel there we go, bit of freedom spray, wiggle it around a bit. Oh, it's still got a bit in there. Yep. Oh, like I say, if it doesn't go back properly, you'll never be able to set the brake so that it doesn't. There we go. That's about the best we're going to hope for. Getting this bit back in is a little bit fiddly, just due to the that little rubber there where it goes through. You have to try and wiggle it and get it through the hole in the rubber, and then you can just bend it and it hooks straight on the end of the cable. Now I get to try to put the pads in. This is the fun part, where somebody might want to engage their safety squints. So the big flat bits on the shoes go at the bottom, and then the shoes come in, and then they hook there and there. The fun part, of course, is that this spring is massively tight. And to be honest, it's badly designed, because they put a wheel bearing with a hub in it in the way, so it just turns into a. Does it help if we put the light so that we can actually see what's going on it? There we go. So that adjuster, it's kind kind of awkward to film this, which is why I wasn't going to do it, but then when I realised how bad they were, I thought, well, why not? Drop in. Come on. Drop in. Drop. Oh, I know why. The spring needs to go under, that's why. Forgot about that. The spring needs to go under there. And it does when it's not attached to the pad, violently. So we need to get that spring under that part, like that. There we go. Like that. And that will drop in that hole there, like that. Now basically we can use the fact that everything else is stationary. Just try to pull that pad out far enough, this side, to get it to lock in, which is in a lot of ways easier said than done. So that's from that edge. Need to pry it under there. I got my finger. Now we've got that starting to go up there. You should. Be able going to fight with this one for a moment. So they're in. I ended up just hooking the spring with a pick and hooking it over the other side, and now I'm just going to try and get these things in, which are real fun. It's not quite how to describe it, but yeah, got these little bits on the nails to stop the shoes falling out. So I managed to get that nail in. Oh, it's magnetic would be nice. It's kind of in your way, isn't it? But now what we've got to do is set the drum over the top. And then we're going to set the handbrake. These are rusty inside. I have brake cleaned them out, but not a lot I can do about it. Right, so screw hole. Our adjuster will be through here somewhere. So two fillets number 3s. That just holds the hub to that surface, the disc to the hub surface. Now we need a small screwdriver to adjust it through here. This should do it. Got drunk. So what we're going to do is we've got to find the little, which is awkward through the hole because you can't really. There. Right, and then what you have to do is that. I did grease and clean this all up. And then what that will do I can feel it working. And the idea is that you take this and you basically do this until the brakes are locked on quite hard. The reason for that is it basically just centres them because they float inside the drum. There we go. And then I am going to leave them like that, because I do feel let's just do it again. You want to slightly rub them for that first mile or so, just to wear them in. And this has got rust inside the discs, inside of here. And if you leave it too loose, before they've bedded in, what will end up happening is that it'll all need adjustment again. So that's that. Now we get to put this caliper carrier back on. But I just want to clean these brackets up a bit because they're not very good. I'll do that off camera because compressor.